Hypocrisy has been a constant theme during the 2016 presidential race. Both sides accused of it, right? But one thing Hillary Clinton said yesterday about the Wells Fargo phony account scandal got Charlie Gasparino's attention. Listen.
One of the nation's biggest banks bullying thousands of employees into committing fraud against unsuspecting customers. We are not going to let corporations like Wells Fargo use these fine print gotchas to escape accountability.
Okay, so what caught Charlie's eye about that is that Wells Fargo's largest shareholder is Warren Buffett, who has been raising money hand over fist to support Hillary Clinton's campaign. Charlie Gasparino.
Listen, we call him as I see him. I have no particular animus against Hillary Clinton. I actually admire greatly Warren Buffett. But this is pretty much hypocrisy in action.
On behalf of her?
Yeah, and I will say this. I mean, you know, he's kind of an innocent bystander in this stuff, but somewhat innocent bystander. But we should point out that, you know, Warren Buffett has made it known how much he supports Hillary Clinton over Donald Trump. He's supported many of her tax proposals. There they are, kissing each other, hugging each other. I'm sure he supports much of her class warfare rhetoric, which this is in the final stages of the game. She's turning the Bank America scandal. And
Wells Fargo.
Please, I don't want to get sued here. The Wells Fargo scandal into a political talking point. The fact that they, you know, put pressure on employees so they were forced allegedly to open up fake accounts or accounts in people's names that they didn't know. Very bad stuff. She's using it as a political battering ram. The hypocrisy comes in two forms. She's not brought in Warren Buffett's name into this. If she really has an issue with this, Liz, you would think that she can go to the largest shareholder, some guy that's, you know, been in the past, you know, been very out front on corporate governance issues, as you know.
And say do something.
And say do something. She hasn't. We put calls into both Mr. Buffett to ask what he's doing vis-a-vis her and her, whether she's spoken with him. We've gotten nothing back. But I'll tell you, this is pretty much one of these sort of conflict of interest stories. She could go to the lead shareholder and say, do something about this. Now, what she's essentially arguing is that, one of the things she's arguing is that the people that were ripped off should not have to go to arbitration to get their money back. That somehow they should be able to sue, you know, Wells Fargo.
Because just to be clear, arbitration prevents the individual from joining a class action lawsuit. They have to work with a mediator one-on-one with the bank.
Instead of suing, right? Warren Buffett could come in and theoretically do something about that, you would think, as the largest shareholder, or she could have an open voice. So she's not doing that. We should point out that arbitration has existed, as you know, forever on Wall Street. It predated, you know, this scandal. It was there when her husband was president, and her husband and she were very friendly to Wall Street, both when he was in the White House and when she became a senator from New York. She was very tight with the Wall Street firms. But this is an interesting story. You got hypocrisy in a lot of different ways. Warren Buffett has not really said much about this. You spoke with him.
And he said he wasn't going to talk, and then he did speak to Becky over at CNBC.
But he didn't really say much. He basically confirmed my story, which was that he has had a conversation with Stump where he expressed his displeasure at the scandal and how he's handling it. He hasn't really said much about this because it's part of because he's afraid that it would hurt her. While he's not saying much about it, she's going on the offensive.
You think he's annoyed? He's raising so much money for her.
You know, I think they both get cut a break from most of the media. I mean, like I said, I like Buffett, you like Buffett. Hillary Clinton, I couldn't, you know, have no particularly animus towards her. But this is big-time hypocrisy. And both of them need to be called on the carpet by the media about it.
Charlie, thank you very much.
We're trying, anyway.
Charlie.
Thank you. I won't curse.
Keep it clean.